a minute. Hold everything. You can't tell your story right here. This is the introduction. The show hasn't even started yet. Who are you?
Will you help me plant the wheat?
I'm Jack. I'm the narrator. And no, I can't help you plant your wheat. I'm a very busy guy trying to put a show together. But you can help me narrate if you want.
Well, all right. But who will help me tell my story? Who will help me plant the wheat?
Listen, hen, forget the wheat. Here comes the introduction. A long time ago, people used to tell magical stories of wonder and enchantment. These stories were called fairy tales. These stories are not in this play. The stories in this play are almost fairy tales, but not quite. The stories in this play are fairly stupid tales. And now, the first story in our show, The Princess and the Bowling Ball. Once upon a time,
There was a prince, and this prince's mom, the queen, somehow got into her royal head that no princess would be good enough for her boy unless she could feel a pea through 100 mattresses.
it should be no surprise that the prince had a very hard time finding a princess.
Every time he met a girl, his mom would pile 100 mattresses on top of a pea and invite her over to sleep. When the princess came down for breakfast the next morning, the queen would ask, "How did you sleep, dear?"
And the princess would politely say,
Fine, thank you.
and the queen would show her the door.
Nobody ever feels the pee under 100 mattresses.
Then one day the prince met
The girl of his dreams. I just met the girl of my dreams. What am I going to do about my mom? This whole mattress situation has been going on for far too long.
3 years.
I'd better do something about this.
that night. Before the princess went to bed, the prince slipped his bowling ball under 100 mattresses.
When the princess came down for breakfast the next morning, the queen asked,
"How did you sleep, dear?"
This might sound odd,
said the princess.
but I think you need another mattress. I felt like I was sleeping on a lump as big as a bowling ball.
The queen was satisfied. The prince and princess were married, and everyone lived happily.
Though maybe not completely honestly. Ever after.
The end.
But wait! What about my wheat? This can't be the end.
Relax, hen. It's just the end of this story.
So let's get this show on the road then.
Well, our next tale's got one of our fine, feathered friends, the really ugly duckling. Once upon a time, there was a mother duck and a father duck who had 3 baby ducklings. 2 of them were regular-looking ducklings. The third was a really ugly duckling.
Everyone used to say,
What a nice-looking bunch of ducklings! All except that one. Boy, he's really ugly. The really ugly duckling heard these people, but he didn't care.
I know that one day I will grow up, probably, to be a swan and be bigger and look better than anything in the pond.
well, as it turned out,
He was just a really ugly duckling. And he grew up to be just really ugly.
The end. All right, now that the show is running smoothly, it's time for a story that is even better than these last 2. The wheat!
now do I get to tell my story?
It's the stupidest tale of all, the Stinky Cheese Man. Once upon a time, there was a little old woman and a little old man who lived together in a little old house.
They were lonely.
We are lonely.
So the little old woman decided to make a man out of stinky cheese.
I'll give him 2 olives for eyes, bacon for a mouth.
And and then she put him in the oven to cook.
When she opened the oven to see if he was done,
Oh, the smell knocked her back.
Phew! What is that terrible smell?
the Stinky Cheese Man hopped out of the oven.
And ran out the door calling,
Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Stinky Cheese Man.
I'm not really that hungry. And I'm not really that lonely.
so they didn't chase the Stinky Cheese Man.
The Stinky Cheese Man ran and ran until he met a cow eating grass in a field.
Wow, what's that awful smell?
The Stinky Cheese Man said,
I've run away from a little old lady and a little old man, and I can run away from you too. I can. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Stinky Cheese Man.
I'll bet you could give someone 2 or 3 stomach aches. I think I'll just eat weeds.
So the cow didn't chase the Stinky Cheese Man either.
by and by, the Stinky Cheese Man came to a river with no bridge.
How will I ever cross this river? It's too big to jump. And if I try to swim across, I'll probably fall apart.
Just then, the Sly Fox
Who shows up in a lot of stories like these.
poked his head out of the bushes.
Why, just hop on my back and I'll carry you across, Stinky Cheese Man.
How do I know you won't eat me?
Trust me.
So the Stinky Cheese Man hopped on the fox's back.
The fox swam to the middle of the river and said,
What? Oh, man! What is that funky smell?
The fox coughed, gagged,
and sneezed.
Achoo!
and the Stinky Cheese Man flew off of his back and into the river, where he fell apart. The end. And now the wheat. Sorry, Hen. After that story, it really